At 6.8 inches, the new Zenfone 3 Ultra is almost a tablet, but when it comes to being a phone and an entertainment device, this new Asus phone is quite literally a beast. Hi, I'm Michael Josh, you're watching GadgetMatch, and this is our Asus Zenfone 3 Ultra unboxing and hands-on review. Despite its empowering luxury mantra, Asus is taking a step towards the more premium segment this year. And it's clear from the retail packaging of the Zenfone 3 Ultra. We love a good unboxing, and this is one we're excited about. The box is reminiscent of a jewelry box, and it's one you'll want to keep. It has a premium felt-like texture. Flap stays in place with magnets, and you open it like this. When you pick up the phone, immediately you realize how big it really is. We'll take a closer look later. Also, a nice touch worth mentioning, the concentric circle design. An Asus trademark makes its way to the box. Now, here's the cool part. Everything else is tucked away nicely in this drawer, pulling it out like so. In the box, you have special ZenEar headphones, a USB fast charger, a packet with a SIM ejector tool and product guides, and last but not the least, a USB Type-C cable. And now for a mini unboxing in an unboxing. While it may look like a box of earrings, these are premium headphones that Asus actually sells separately. It's nice that they're included in this package. Notice the concentric circle design here as well. These are white and gold, but we're not sure if colors match the phone you get. Also included are extra buds in different sizes. Considering how some phones these days don't even come with headphones, bundling a good pair with the Zenfone 3 Ultra is a nice touch that we're sure many of you will appreciate. But enough of that. Let's take a closer look at this phone, shall we? The Zenfone 3 Ultra has a 6.8-inch display. You could very well call it a tablet, but it's a phone. It's slim, just like one, with a completely flat metallic back, rounded corners, and diamond-cut chamfered edges. There's nothing edgy about its design, but it's a beautiful phone that looks and feels premium. The phone we're unboxing is silver, but it's also available in gray and pink. Asus is proud of what it calls an invisible antenna design. They're calling it a world first. If you look at its back, there are no lines like you'd find on an iPhone. There aren't any on its top or bottom either. Although if you look closely, you'll see a little bit peeking through. While the phone is slim enough to hold with one hand, it would be hard to use it without the other. If you flip it around, you'll find the volume rocker. Of all 5 variants of the Zenfone 3, it's the only phone that's keeping this design feature of its predecessors. I'm not sure if putting it there is a practical choice, but it sure gives it a distinctive look. On all other Zenfones this year, Asus puts a fingerprint sensor on the back. On the Zenfone 3 Ultra, the sensor is built into the home button on the front of the phone. It's the only one that has a physical home button. The last remaining button on the device is the power switch on the phone's right side. Beside that, 2 nano SIM card trays, one of which doubles as a micro SD card slot. The headphone jack is up top, while the USB Type-C port is on the bottom, flanked by speaker grills on both sides. Now let's take a look at the spec sheet. Note that depending on which market you're in, the phone will come with different amounts of memory and storage. So check the box when you buy it to make sure you get exactly what you want. This is Zen UI. Think of it as the way Asus envisions Android. It's not our favorite Android implementation. The home screen looks like this. The drop-down quick settings menu like this. And while we're here, just like on iOS 9 and the new Galaxy Note 7, there's a blue light filter for reducing eye strain. The app drawer looks like this. Just look at all these pre-installed apps. The Zenfone 3 Ultra runs Android 6.0.1 Marshmallow. You know you've got questions, and we've got your back. After the unboxing, we took the phone out for a couple of days to see what sets this phone apart from other 6-inch phablets out there. Asus says the Zenfone 3 Ultra is the perfect multimedia device, has long battery life, and a good camera. And we can see why. Let's start with entertainment. At Computex, where the phone was launched, Asus made a lot of marketing claims. While we're not sure what they mean exactly, for us, the display looks great, colors pop, and images are crisp. And those 5 magnet speakers seem to do the job, because they're loud. If you watch a lot of videos or play a lot of games, we can see why a 6.8-inch phone would be perfect for the job. And speaking of games, all the heavy hitters we threw at it weren't able to slow this phone down. Not all Zenfone 3 cameras are created equal, but from what we hear, those on the Deluxe and Ultra are the best of the bunch. Autofocus speeds were fast and reliable, photos looked great, outdoors under the sun, even those we shot at dusk and at night looked good too. When there is little light, shots are on the grainy side, and the lens isn't able to let in as much light as, say, the iPhone 6s or the Galaxy Note 7. But we're not complaining. For a phone this big, there's really no excuse not to have a big battery. The phone has a capacity of close to 5,000 milliamp hours, which after a day of games and video, managed to survive with some juice left over. Asus says you can also use it as a power bank, but you'll need an adapter, and one doesn't come with a box. But more importantly, the phone supports Quick Charge 3.0. For a battery this big, it's a must-have. In our tests, the phone went from 0 to 100 in just under 2 hours. So, is the Zenfone 3 Ultra your gadget match? I know we try to stay away from specs because after all, real-world performance is what matters, right? But it must be said that if not for this phone's mid-range processor, it could very well pass for a high-end device, enough to match its high-end price tag. Here's a breakdown of costs across Southeast Asia, Taiwan, and India. Converted to US dollars, the phone retails at an average of $656, but goes all the way up to $746 in India. Interestingly enough, when the phone was launched back in June, Asus said the phone would start at $479. If you have the money to spend and are looking for a top-of-the-line, extra-large phablet, then the Zenfone 3 Ultra is probably it. It has an impressive set of features that will satisfy those who are big on entertainment on a big screen. In our review of other smartphones larger than 6 inches, some didn't come with a big battery, have a good camera, or have good audio. The Zenfone 3 Ultra ticks off all 3 boxes. But there's no downplaying the fact that this phone is expensive and that there are cheaper options out there. Had the phone been priced even $100 cheaper, it would have been easier for us to give it a wholehearted recommendation. If you need help finding out which supersized smartphone is your match, we're working on a comparison video which should be out really soon. If you have questions that you want answered, you know the drill. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our Facebook page, and follow GadgetMatch elsewhere on social media. Plus, make it a point to visit GadgetMatch.com daily. Until the next video, I'm Michael Josh. Thanks for dropping by.